Today, as in the title, I'm gonna be painting my old Christian Dior shoe. Why? Well, one day I got out of the car and I stepped in a bunch of motor oil, and so it stained the bottom of the shoe up into the side of the shoe. Not only that, it's been rained on, I've kind of gotten it dirty, and it's velvet, it's very hard to clean, and I've just gotten things on it, so it's not that attractive looking at the moment. It's a limey type of green color, so I kind of had to think, hey, what looks good on it? And this is kind of the outcome. I did some cherry blossoms on it, and I think it looks pretty good. I'll put in this side camera to show you as well. What I'm gonna be using to paint this is this Angelus leather paint. You can get this on Amazon. It's really not that expensive. I'll be using some acrylic brushes or brushes for acrylic paint. I'll be using some Copic markers beforehand to draw it out to get a good idea of what the outcome's gonna look like. And I'll be using some colored pencils and pencil and eraser and everything. I will put everything in the video box right here. Okay, I will be doing a like side video here so you can see how I'm painting it. The video's gonna be a little spliced because things weren't so smooth, so I'm gonna be splicing everything together so you can have things more clear. If you're also asking yourself, hey, why don't you just send it to the cobbler? Well, the cobbler charges you $200 to $300 for a designer shoe. I only paid it $200 at off Saks for the shoe. What a great price. But the cobbler doesn't care. If it's a designer shoe, they will just charge you a lot more money to clean it. So, you know what? I'm gonna just paint cherry blossoms on it, all right? And my cherry blossom shoe looks like this, okay? This was my design. This is the outcome, okay? And I'm gonna show you right now how I did it. So enjoy. If I make a little noise by clearing my throat, it's because I had COVID very long ago, and I just cleared my throat a lot, and I had a lot of phlegm, and I coughed a lot, and now my body just can't get rid of that noise. It's so great. So great. All right, let's get to it. So pink, brown. I don't know if I already said this, but I'll link the leather paint down below because you can paint other things as well. I see people painting their LV purses with this paint. People paint their Converse shoes, their Air Force Ones. There is a coat you can put over it to make it last longer. I would recommend washing your shoe first, letting it dry completely, and then doing your paint job. That way, you don't have a really old stinky shoe you're wearing with paint on it, because once you get that paint on, I think you shouldn't wash it again because you want your design to last as long as possible since you've worked so hard on it. I didn't wash this shoe because it's velvet, and I don't know how it's just gonna do with washing it. It's not like a sneaker or anything like that, So this is unwashed. Sorry. Okay. I'll put this in the camera and try to adjust it. There we go. Ooh, that was not good. From here on out, it's gonna be more or less like a time-lapse video where I'm just painting. You can watch Maybe I'll say things here and there. Da-da-da-da-da. By the way, about that cobbler thing, do be careful. I did have a friend who ruined her golden goose sneaker and with paint. And you know what? They charged her, I think, a little bit over $300 to fix it. And the weird thing is, when she got it back, it didn't look that much different as how it went in. And they said, oh, you know, it's because it had, Golden Goose has that aged, you know, rugged look to it. So we didn't want to take the aged look away. And she went, well, can you at least clean it? Because it looks exactly the same. I don't know what you did, or I don't know why you charged me $300 to make it look exactly as it is. And so she took it in the second time that we did it, and it was a little better, but not that much. So if you're thinking about taking in a Golden Goose shoe to have it, you know, like cleaned or refurbished, maybe just at that point, maybe just stick it in like a special laundry bag and, you know, put in like delicate or soak in your washer, and then just letting it air dry. Or, you know, if you have there's a special thing you can get on Amazon where it hooks to the inside of your dryer, and then, you know, on the door. And so your shoe just kind of hangs there and gets dried, air dried, or dried on low, probably air dry, inside the dryer. So it will, you know, dry quicker, probably, so maybe the leather will dry better. I'm not really sure what it's for, but I've seen it. I know someone that's done it, and I was watching them do it. It was like an old roommate of mine. So there's that. So try that instead. Because even after the second time, she was not too impressed. So, you know, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I said again. This video is gonna be spliced together because it's my second attempt to get this video right. I just wasn't thinking the first time around. I'm kind of new to YouTube, and so I'm learning camera angles and what looks good for people and what doesn't. I'll be making a lot more of these crafty videos, review videos, just everyday videos, a little bit of cooking leftover video ideas as well. So just, you know, subscribe. If you like it, that'd be doing me a huge favor as well. I don't know how YouTube algorithm really works. Okay. Oh, right. The reason we're using special leather paint, and the reason you don't want to use acrylic paint, if it works for you, but the reason you don't want to use other paints that aren't leather paint to paint shoes and things like that is because the leather paint flexes a little bit from my red, and so it allows you to, you know, wear your shoe and not have that painted area crackle or, you know, split. I mean, if you paint it already with acrylic and it works, let me know what you use, because then I would like to go to the craft store and just buy that to paint on purses and things like that, and not have to order these paint, because I didn't see this in my craft store. Also, the eraser that I'm using is called Mono or Mono, probably Mono, sorry. Mono is like a kissing thing, right? Where you like lose your voice for a while and you only get it once in your life. That's what I heard. Sorry. slowly getting more comfortable in front of the camera. For some reason when I talk in front of the camera, my voice changes. I'm like a different person. It's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde in the house. It's so strange. You slowly kind of just accept how you sound like after a while. First I was like, no, I don't sound like that. This is not me. But it's okay. This is me. This is who I am. I'm sitting here tapping this camera because I wanted to focus on this detail, but I guess it's hard for it to. This also won't be exactly like precise because it's, you know, obviously velvet. But you know, it's on your feet, and so people only get very quick glances at it anyway, you know? But I think it looks pretty cute still like this. So this is how I pretty much painted all of this shoe right here. Kind of like a petal here, flower there. I think I'm gonna do another maybe like petal right here. Like Bob Ross said, there are no mistakes. They're just happy little accidents. I'm saying that especially for this shoe, it's velvet, and there's no going back once you mess up. So happy little accidents. It's fine. It's fine. I meant to do that. I meant to do all these things on this shoe. Also, if you do want to do this, you're not a good painter and you're like, oh, I don't know. Also know this, you can paint something, let it completely dry, and then, you know, just paint another picture over it. You know, it's kind of okay. And again, do it on an older shoe, you know, it's fine. And again, it's on your feet. So people won't be looking too closely at it. When I painted this shoe, actually with this water, it turned pink, and I also have a vitamin water that's pink. I set them pretty close together, and I almost drank the paint water. I like was very close to it, I put my mouth, and I was like, this is paint. So I could have died today. Actually, I wouldn't have died. I would just have like very red, you know, urine. So that's cute. So I just did this all the way around. So I'm gonna keep this video a little shorter because some of my videos are so long because I have so much to say all the time. Okay, so I guess on the tip of this one, I could have just did a couple petals, but it's the same thing pretty much with the side here. Actually, I did these petals and then I connected the tree branch around the petals. Because if I did the tree branch first, it would have been so dark, I would have to let it dry completely and then, you know, then do the petals the next day. And who knows, sometimes if it's a very dark color, you have to do a coat, let it completely dry, and then do a second coat of paint that's a lighter color. Same thing when you paint a bag, you may have to do 2 coats of this paint for a lighter pastel color like the white or the pink. If it's a very dark bag like the LV canvas bag, I painted that. And actually I'll do another video and I'll paint that bag as well because there's a little bit different of a procedure for that. Okay, that looks cute. So Same thing. This one, and I'll do up close, this one. Please comment if you think it's cute. If it's ugly, it's fine. I'm not gonna get my feelings hurt. You have to have a little bit of a iron personality when you decide to do art in front of people, for the public. I'm also painting a lot of stuff in my old LV bag. So actually, if you would like to suggest something, I would like to paint the other side of the LV bag. So please suggest things to paint. Just for reference, the LV bag on one side has some cherry blossoms on it. There is a Japanese devil mask on it, and a gateway kind of like arch on it. But I'm looking for more things to paint on the reverse side. If you have any ideas for a theme or for, I don't know, like pictures or something, not too hard. Please don't say, you know, the White House, or don't say, you know, the Mona Lisa. Actually, I don't know. I could try. I'm a decent painter. You want me to do the Mona Lisa? Just write in the comments, and I'll try to do it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching me paint these things. I think it turned out all right. Again, it's not gonna be a crystal clear picture when you paint it on velvet. When you paint on leather, you can get a pretty good portrait. You can do whatever. So, you know,